Hey guys, Squdge here. Welcome back to another Squdge craft video. Magrat is with me. She wanted to come and say hello. She also wants a treat, but it's not happening. So, I am here to share a newfound obsession with you. As you guys know, I have been struggling for 5 months now, nearly 6 months, this is ridiculous, with long COVID. And long COVID has basically destroyed me. Long COVID has destroyed my energy. I have no energy. It's very rare that I do things. I hardly leave my house. When I do, it's physically and emotionally exhausting. I'm being referred for some rehabilitative exercise things, but everything is just so slow. Like the fact that it's 6 months down the line and I'm still not able to do very much. But I have discovered some crafting that really is super relaxing and it helps me chill, and I'm a little bit in love with it, and that is dot painting. So I've made quite a few and I'm a little bit in love with them, slightly obsessed. So I started off really simple, just doing sort of like little dot mandalas in different shapes that I had. I love my rainbow ones. And then I started to sort of like offset them, which I really enjoyed. Doing some other, it looks like I only use one set of colours, but I honestly don't. And then I tried this one, which I really liked, sort of like a sunset on the water was what I was going for. And so I'm a little bit obsessed. They're so relaxing, so relaxing. And so what I thought I would do today is show you sort of like an intro to it, show you some of the ones I've done. So these have been varnished, as you can see they have a shine to them, whereas this one hasn't. So some have been varnished, some haven't, but I thought I would show you sort of just an intro and how I started. I'm going to leave the rainbow one here to sort of give you an example, because I treated myself to some new bits. So first thing you need when you're going to do this is something to practice on. You can get acrylic blanks like this one. So this is just a clear acrylic disc that I practiced my neon colours on. I love these colours, they're so bright. But these ones I get are chipboard or wood pieces. So you need your base, and I tend to paint them black, just using some black gesso, because I think that the black really helps the colours pop. So this is what I use. I've had this for ages, this tub of black gesso. I've just had it in my craft room for ages, and it's nice to get a bit more use out of it. So when you get them, they start off looking like this. They're either like chipboard or wood, usually laser cuts. They've got a darker edge. I just paint them in black, and then I start, because once they're painted black they look like this. So once they're painted, you can start dotting on them. And I have a variety of tools to dot with. Now I had some already because I make paper flower. I used to make paper flowers in my crafting. So I had these tools which help you do like flower shaping and things. And as you can see, I've used them. These did get covered in paint when I was using them. But I treated myself to a new set. Unsurprisingly, in purple. So I have these ones. To be honest, the only one I really use is this one. These ones aren't particularly great, but it's nice to have the full set in purple. Hello, my kitten. hello. You're very cute, yes. And then you get the smaller set. Now, traditionally, they come in this set of 5. Kitten, I love you. You're not helping, baby. So traditionally, they come in a set of 5 like this. And they're nail stylus tools. And they have different sized ends, which help you make the different sized dots. But as I said, I'm treating myself, so I bought myself a set of purple ones. These are exactly the same. They have different sized ends. They're great. They're just in purple because I wanted to treat myself to a set in purple. And these are super cheap. You can get them on Amazon, on eBay, on, you know, anywhere you want. They're just nail stylus tools. And then you want something to make bigger dots. And that's where these rods come in. So, I also love, I mean, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I just love the spiral. Love it. So you have there we go. So you have these rods. Just clear acrylic rods, and then the larger ones have these spirals in, which actually match with these. So, and these come in different sizes. So if I just hold them all together, you can see, come on, there we go, the different sized tops. So the green is the largest, and then these clear ones are the smallest. And these help you get the dots. So for example, that middle one would have been the yellow rod. You just dot on top with your paint. So I have some of those as well that I treated myself to. And then all you do is you get your paint. I use acrylic paint. You choose your colour and you choose your size and you dot it on. So as you can see, I've got a larger red, medium orange, smaller yellow, and green and blue. Green is larger, blue is smaller, purple is larger. But I've also got those tiny white dots which are used with the dotting tools. So you need things that are a variety of sizes, but you don't have to use these. I see so many people using toothpicks and cotton swabs and a pencil rubber on the end of a pencil, using the ends of paintbrushes, because your end of your paintbrush is circular. You can dot using that. You don't have to buy the tools. I just liked it because I wanted to have a set I've treated myself to. And then the last thing is the acrylic paint. I have this set that I found on Amazon. I will link it. I'll link it below for you. I'll link everything below for you. So this set of 48 colours is fantastic. The only thing with it is they're slightly thicker paints. So I purchased this thinner medium, which again I'll link below, and that helps me get the right consistency of the paint. And this 48 set has every colour in it. It's amazing. Now, I will add a very sped up version of me creating one of these for you. And what I'll do is I'll talk about anything else that I have. So included in my included in my set of links will be this, which is a small Lazy Susan, and this really helps. You're right, my kitten. But I'll put a link to everything. Everything that I use down below. I just keep it all in this drawer. So I've also got some plastic paint palettes, which are really good because the acrylic paint just peels off when it's dry. And yeah, I will show you a sped up version of me creating one of these. Okay, so here I've got my red and my blue paint, and I'm mixing it with that thinner medium, as I mentioned earlier. You want your paint to be a thinner consistency, but again, if you'd like a video on that, let me know and I'll do a whole video for you. Then I'm finding the centre of my circle and I'm drawing grid lines. I draw 8 lines, so I've just divided it into sections. Starting in the centre, we're going to do a large red dot, and then using one of the nail dotting tools, do dots all the way around it, as you can see, on the lines, and then I'm going to fill in the gap in the middle. Doing it this way just helps with spacing. Next, we're going to go the next line and we're going to go in between the previous dots. So it's not going to be right on top of it. We're not on that line. We're going in between, and I'm alternating the red and the blue, as you can see. And for our spiral, we are going to move forward. So I'm going to continue moving forward, and I'm moving that blue dot onto the lines now. So I've done 8 blue dots on the line, and then I'm going to fill in the red. And you'll see what I mean by moving forward. If you watch those red dots, can you see the line is sort of leaning towards the front? So we're just going to carry on doing that. Each dot gets slightly larger. Each circle that you do, each row gets slightly larger. And I'm still alternating the blue and the red. And you just go in between the 2 dots on the previous row. So it's not going in a straight line. We are curving this because we're going in between the dots and we're moving it forward each time. So I'm still on the dotting tools, as you can see. That was a blue one. Doing this row, we're then going to go slightly larger. And what you want to do each time, you don't want to do a big jump when you're doing a spiral like this. Sometimes you will do a big jump, but for this we're just making a tiny size change each go. So I was on the blue tool, now I'm using the green dotting tool, and we're just going to go up and up each size using the dotting tools. Then when we've completed those, we'll start using the rods. And we'll start with the smallest rod and move up to the largest rod. You want to make sure that you've got enough room each time to fit that on. So now I'm using one of the clear rods. As you can see, that dot is slightly larger than the previous, and as you get closer to the edge you're just going larger and larger. Now we're going to use the green rod. Just make sure you've got enough on the rods. You've got to be careful, the rods sometimes leave a bit of a weird pattern, but it can be fixed. So that was the green rod. Next up we are going to use the blue rod. Again, slightly larger, as you can see, and each time we're just moving it forward a step. I'm hoping my explanation of this makes sense. If not, let me know. When you get a mistake, all you need to do is wipe it off with either a cotton bud, or I use a silicone tool. Cover it over with your base colour, so I'm just doing a smidgen more of that black gesso just to hide my mistake. Let that dry and then come back to it and dot over it once the base colour is dry. That's another advantage of painting it a base colour, is you get the ability to fix your mistakes. Okay, so I'm just going to let this finish. We're going to do one more row, I think. Just wanted to say thank you again for being here. If you have enjoyed this video, let me know. I'm happy to do more videos like this. I do a lot of dot mandalas over on Twitch on a Sunday. If you'd like to join us there, the link will be in the description. Yeah, that's all from me today. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, give it a big thumbs up and consider subscribing. It means the world to me. And I will see you on the next one. Just adding some paint in if there's any of those weird shapes that I told you about that the rods can make sometimes. But that's all from me. Keep crafting and I'll see you soon. Bye!